Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from Super Soul Farm, this is Wisdom of the Sages, a daily spiritual podcast that makes ancient wisdom relevant today. This is episode 1333 with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator of the Bhakti Center in New York, Kastuba Das. Welcome to the show. It's Sleeping Saturday. We let people sleep in for an hour or so. We're starting at 8 o'clock today. We're also going live on Facebook.
You ran out of juice, Raghu. What happened already?
Mara's moving stuff around on the screen. I'm getting lost and confused.
Now it's time for a little banter. You say, hey, Kastuba, how you doing?
Kastuba, are you good? Are you good?
Doing good. Raghunath, feeling great.
It's Q&A day.
Yeah, it is.
Today we take questions from our audience, and we try our best to answer them. And if you have a question, you want to mail that and go to wisdomofthesages108@gmail.com. Write Mara. She'll compile our lists of questions, and we try to answer them as soon as we can. Wisdom of the Sages is launching our new online platform today. We announced it yesterday. But instead of using 5 different apps to get to every benefit of being a supporting member, you'll find chat, classes, merch, upcoming events, retreat registrations, and all in one place. Log in to wisdomofthesages.com and then subscribe today. So we're encouraging everybody who's our supporting members, because it's a community supported podcast. That's the only way we can do this, because we do it. We have, we say it every day. And because I travel a lot, sometimes we miss days, but we're trying to get it to at least 83% every day. So that's 83% of the days.
We've been doing that. I think we've been.
That's our sort of our number we're shooting for, and that's like realistic. And it's still tough, but it would be impossible if not the supporting member. So thanks for everybody who has supported us. And if you have supported us, please move on to this new platform. And if you haven't supported us and you think, you know what, I'm getting something valuable from this, and I love this community, go to wisdomofthesages.com and sign up there. And you're going to be really surprised at what's going on. They're making it better and better. We have a team of people who are volunteers, again, community supported, who just believe this message is urgent and a real panacea for all the problems in the world and problems in our own life. Spiritual solutions for material problems. That's the answer, buddy.
Here we go. You know what else is launching today is the sign up for the Sage groups.
Okay, that's another great facet of our community. Want to share?
9 a.m. It opens up.
And how do you do that, Kastuba?
You go to wisdomofthesages.com and then you go to Sage groups. Or is it groups? I forget now. It's a whole new thing. I don't even know anymore.
We haven't even looked at the website
But
yet.
It's up there. If you look around, you'll find it. It probably says something about Sage groups there. And because there's so many people, hundreds of people that take part, and there's only about 7 or 8 people that are allowed in each group, the sooner you get on that, the sooner you can get in the exact group that you want to get into. So you go there, you see all the Sage group leaders. It tells you a little bit about them, different themes for different groups and so on. You can pick one, get in early. It's today at 9 a.m.
Linda says the answer is on the website. The answers for every question right on the website. I promise I will not go to the website during the podcast, Kastuba. I just want you to know that. Because that's where my mind wants to go right now.
Let's go. It's pulling you.
So any other announcements, Miss Mara? Are we good?
Well, you guys mentioned the Sage group signups already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stole your thunder, Mara.
It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
We should also mention there's no show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow.
That's one of the 17% that we don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to Detroit tomorrow, but I'm doing 2 live things. One at the temple in Ypsilanti, Michigan. And then in the evening, I'm doing a book signing at the show that Youth of Today is playing. Right. There's a big hardcore festival going on.
Hardcore fest. Who's going to be there?
Detroit. This band called Have Heart, which was a very big straight edge band.
Have Heart. Never heard of them. What's going on? I don't know anything about hardcore anymore.
Yeah, it's good. They're good.
Okay. What about
anyway.
Fiddlehead?
Fiddlehead. Fiddlehead, but they're a thing.
What was that? What was that band? That girl band that opened for you guys when you played in Brooklyn? They're called like, the girl came on and sang with you at the end. You remember? Remember that band?
Someone knows.
I wonder what happened to
somebody.
them. Gel. They're called Gel.
How does Nityananda Chandra know this?
He was there. What happened to Gel?
Oh, so soon we're going to be able to do our whole live audience right on the website as well. Right now we're going through Zoom still, but soon it's going to be, everything's going to be through the Wisdom of the Sages platform. It's very exciting.
That's right.
And even the Bhakti Recovery Group, very exciting as well. Looking
Bhakti
forward to
Recovery
that.
Group. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's dive in. So this is a question that people mailed into us, and here's the first one.
Who's it come from?
It's coming from Anonymous. You don't have to give your name, but if you want to, we'll give you a shout out.
The juiciest ones.
The juiciest ones have no name. So, Dear Kostuba Prabhu, Raghunath Prabhu, and Mataji Mara. Mother Mara. Mother Mara came to me. She's a mother of many plants. She has no material desires except plants.
She mothers some of the animals there too.
And some of the human beings, for that
And
matter.
some of the human
I won't
beings.
say which ones.
Yeah, for one in particular.
One big baby. Okay. I'm an other living in Russia. Another, if you're new to this show, another is a person we never see on Zoom, but they're out there listening to the show on a regular basis. So
I met a great other yesterday, Raghunath.
You met a great other? Tell me.
Yeah, I was riding my bike
Master.
home. Like when I ride from downtown, I ride up 6th Avenue.
Without a helmet.
And then I enter the park, and then I kind of cruise through the park, and then I come out of the park at 72nd Street.
Okay.
And right there, what was his name? Oh, I'm forgetting now. But he was a really nice guy from New Jersey. He was with his wife, and he recognized me. Oh, you're Kostuba, Wisdom of the Sages. I said, yeah. and he just started talking about how he started to get into it during the pandemic and learned all about Bhakti, and it got him through it. He was wearing Tulsi beads, and he was just talked about some of the courses he's taken in Bhakti, and it was really sweet. There's so many great others out there.
So many great others out there. It's so good.
Yeah. So here's another one in Russia.
So this one, another is from Russia. Thank you for explaining Krishna Bhakti in a way that is very understandable, unique, deep, and at the same time, a way that's fun.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you for playing. Making spiritual wisdom relevant, ancient wisdom relevant today.
Making ancient wisdom relevant and fun today.
Okay.
Thank you for playing an integral part of my life and helping me become a deeper and more mature person and a devotee in general.
Well, thank you, an anonymous Russian person out there.
My bride and I have a question for you.
I was thinking, when you see,
To get initiation.
Did you write this letter like during the wedding? It's like my bride.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, wait, bride is.
Are you married yet?
Generally,
or not?
you're a bride for a moment,
Yeah.
right? In America, at least that's how we say it. You're a bride. The day of your wedding, you're a bride. After that, you're a wife. Before that, it's a fiance.
Or maybe like in the planning of the wedding, like, in the rehearsal or something like that. Like bring the bride over.
He's writing it as he's walking down the aisle on his iPhone. My bride is here next to me. I'm about to make some vows, but I've got a question.
Probably means newlywed, maybe, huh?
Yes.
Or fiance, maybe? I'm not
Fiance.
sure.
I think he's on fiance.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining Krishna Bhakti in a way that's okay. Thank you for playing an integral.
My bride.
My bride and I have a question for you. To get initiation. So initiation's when you get into Bhakti for a while and you find a guru, and the guru gives you a name and it gives you
initiates you into the practice of Gaudiya Vaishnava,
into the lineage,
particular lineage of practice of Bhakti.
Officially. You have to wait. You have to chant the pranam mantra for 2 years.
Okay.
Pranam mantra is the mantra to the guru.
So, and essentially what they're saying is that there's a 2-year period where you've accepted the guru's accepting you, but there's still kind of like a trial period before the guru says, okay, you're in. And so you're chanting the pranam mantra means at different times, in different rituals, simple rituals you do or something like that, you're offering your respect to your guru with a particular mantra.
And I think the idea is that they're chanting 16 rounds. That's 2 hours of chanting japa pretty much per day with it, meaning they've made that commitment. Everything was going good for my
Yes.
bride during the first year, but it
Okay.
became somewhat of a burden. She became tired of all the rules and all the regulations concerning the initiation, especially chanting 16 rounds.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot. When I lived in a temple, it was not a lot. It's
You don't have
japa time.
Everything's exclusively for that. So
Everything is for that. You have time blocked out in the morning for japa. But most people don't live in temples. And so to fit an extra 2 hours in their day, unless it's highly, highly prioritized, is very, very difficult. Even
Can be.
especially when you have a child, you have a young child, you have 2 young children, you have,
Wedding rehearsals, all kind of things going on.
yeah. Sometimes it's hard for her to complete them because she has to go to university, right? She
Okay, she's in
works.
school.
She does
And
all
works.
household chores.
Oh,
Where do you throw a kid in the mix?
yeah.
Plus, she's living alone until we both finish our university and get married in a year's time.
Oh, that cleared that up. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fiance.
She thought maybe because it's her lack of organization, but it's
So,
not just that, to
self-organization.
my mind. It's hard just to finish the rounds in the morning and during the day. She has to chant sometimes at night to finish 16 rounds.
Yep.
As is expected, she feels that she can't do it anymore, and she has a taste for chanting. But the imposition of you have to chant 16 rounds seems not to aid her in her spiritual life, but to make her feel tense and stressed about having to finish her rounds. It can also make a person feel, I'm just not good enough. I'm just
not
can-
good. I can't
it can
rise to the standard.
exacerbate perhaps their own feeling of I'll never make it to this bar.
Yep. Okay.
I can relate to that. So she decided to lower her standard in chanting her rounds to do the best she can. And that makes her feel guilty because she chants the pranam mantra to her guru. At the same time, she's not able to chant it. Now she doesn't know when she'll get initiation. Even if she will get it, she fears that she won't be able to follow through with her vow because of similar impediments that may prevent her from chanting 16 rounds. Do you have any advice? Your help would be much appreciated.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, Raghunath? Or do you want me to start?
I'll start.
What you
If
just
we
said,
come
I'll
from
start,
a-
you start? Is that what you said?
I'll start. You start. No, I'll start first, and you can.
Okay.
If we're suffering from this feeling of I'm not good enough, which is sort of epidemic feeling, I'm not good enough, this may really hit a nerve because the standard in Bhakti culture is high. We have very high standards, a lot of rules for everything. And you can just feel like, you know what? I can't make it, so I don't want any of it. Don't go there. I'm just going to say that in advance. Don't go there. Jump high. We're going to ask you to jump high. But when you jump high, expect to fall short. That happens. When you have to jump high, sometimes you fall short. That's okay. There always will be a tension, like I'm never doing enough. But don't let that tension make you say, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it now. I've had times where I just can't finish my rounds. And people say, well, you don't want it enough. Okay, maybe I don't want enough. Sometimes I'm preaching all day long and I can't finish my rounds. And I just have to accept, can't do it. Just not going to do it today. But it doesn't mean I'm going to give up on my bhakti, give up on my practice, and just jump right back in the next day. And especially if you're going to university, you have a job. You don't even have a kid yet. I'm not saying you're going to have a kid, but if you do, you are going to be massively overwhelmed. It just happens. So there's a reality. There's what's ideal, and then there's what's real. And if this higher tension is making you say, you know what, I'm just not going to play this game. I'm just going to try another path, another guru, people are a little bit more understanding. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd say have that tension, make it be a healthy tension. And of course, if you have a guru that's inspiring you, chant his pranam mantras. I chant pranam mantras. What is a pranam mantra? It's a prayer of appreciation to a teacher in your life. the guru is merciful. The guru understands, hey, I can't make the cut today. The guru understands that. Does that mean we shouldn't offer respect to them? Of course we should. No, we're trying to jump high. And I say jump as high as you can. Fill your life with your duties of this world, and always keep Krishna at the forefront of your mind and chant as much as you can. Set a lowered standard of japa and chant that on a regular basis. You don't think Krishna is happy by that? Krishna is happy to the degree you're trying to surrender to Krishna. Krishna is very understanding. Krishna is a person. Krishna is a friend. Krishna is not a judge. Krishna is not, in America, we have this show called Judge Judy, who's like really pointing fingers and cutting people and chopping them down. Krishna is a dear friend, and he wants you, and he's encouraging you. And so there will be times where you'll be able to rise up even taller. And Prabhupada waited 11 years before he took initiation as well. It's a different world that we live in right now. Try to find some time where you can have good, solid chanting that you can hear and enjoy your relationship with Krishna. If it's done in a perfunctory way, exclusively out of duty, you'll end up how you are right now, sort of sad. But don't let that tension, invite the tension. Don't avoid the tension. It'll always be there. Even if you were chanting 16 rounds and feeling like you're following all the rules, there still will be a tension. I'm not good enough. That'll be understandable. We can always go deeper. Try your best. That's my advice.
Perfunctory.
Perfunctory. Like that word? You keep that.
I don't know what it means.
It means ritualistically.
Perfunctory.
Perfunctory.
Perfunk. How do you spell it?
Perfunk. Sound it out.
P-U-R-F-U-N.
Mara, dive in here.
Characterized by routine or superficiality or mechanical.
Word
Nice.
nerd.
Good
Also
word.
lacking in interest or enthusiasm.
Part-time botanist, part-time word nerd. Thank you.
Okay.
Mystic.
I'm with you on this, on your answer, Raghunath. I feel for this bride, this apparently very sincere young lady.
Are you going to say but?
No, I'm not going to say but. I feel for her. I want to try what I'm worried about, and what I want to help address, which I think you've already done, Raghunath, is we need to understand the essence of exactly what's going on, the essence of why we chant these rounds every day, the essence of what is this initiation, the essence of what is the pranama mantra and why one chants it. And I think when you understand them all, then you'll understand why you do each one, and you do them the best that you can, and you don't feel guilty about it. But if we're understanding them on any kind of superficial level, then we may look like, oh, I didn't come up to the standard to be able to practice this. No. What you said, Raghunath, about Prabhupada 11 years before he got initiation, I think that's an excellent point. What is this connection between the guru and the disciple, and what is diksha, right? Like, what is the initiation? Yes, the guru accepts the disciple accepts the guru, beads are given, name is given, etc. But the essential part of it, the really essential part, is that the disciple comes to a conviction, right? Like a firm conviction that, you know what, I've come to understand something, and it's so clear in my mind and it's so clear in my heart, and that is that my material endeavors in this world do not deliver, that this is not the path that I want to be on in life, that there's something much more important, there's something much more subtle, there's something much more profound that has to do with connecting to Krishna. I want that. That's my priority. And I want you, dear Guru, who inspire me so much and who practices this so well, I'm saying, please instruct me in this because I need your help. Like, that's Diksha. It's not chanting 16 rounds. Whether you're chanting 1 round or whether you're chanting 64 rounds or whether you're chanting 108 rounds, that's the conviction that the disciple has to come to. And if you've got that, that should satisfy the guru. The guru should feel in their heart, oh, this person, out of all the millions of people roaming around this world, this person has come to that conviction. They understand, and they're asking me for my help. I have to help them. That's initiation, right? Okay, you understood. I can tell how sincerely you've understood it. I'm willing to help you. Here are the instructions that you need to follow, right? Now, there's an institutional concern that Prabhupada had, that he was saying, okay, I need you to chant at least 16 rounds. And that's become the standard within this particular branch of ISKCON to follow. In one sense, there's no getting around that. You know, ideally, a guru should just be able to help anyone in any situation, and they can. It's not like you don't get that help until you chant 16 rounds. You can't chant the pranam mantra, which is, the idea is that I need to remember my guru. I need to keep them focused in my consciousness. So when I get up in the morning, I chant this mantra. When I offer my food, I offer it to God, not directly, but I see myself as an assistant of my guru making this offering, so I chant that mantra. When I enter into a temple room, I'm entering by the blessing of my guru. I chant my guru's mantra, you know. Like this is, if you have that relationship with your guru, whether you're chanting 1 round a day or 16, then that mantra, you're chanting the mantra for the right reason, and it's playing its right, it's helping you in the right way in your practice. And so I get it. You know, I think, you know, a sincere guru would be more pleased and satisfied and confident that things are going well with a disciple that chants 8 rounds a day, that has a full schedule like this young lady has. You know, I go to school and I work and I have to take care of the home. I have all these things I need to do. And I'm staying up late trying to chant these rounds totally inattentively, stressing myself out. Now I'm running around in a ball of stress 24 hours a day, and it's just too much. If that person said, I've been trying, it's too much, I'm chanting 8 rounds now, but I want your shelter. I want your instruction. I want to follow this path as you direct me. I think that guru would be very pleased, and maybe even more pleased than someone that's chanting 16 or even 64 rounds that still hasn't understood things clearly, you know, still hasn't really surrendered. When we look at the initiations that take place, like when the disciple approaches the guru, you know, like look in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you know, Sri Chaitanya, I'm a fool before my guru, you know. You tell me what to do. Chant Hare. My guru told me to chant this mantra. That's why I do it. You know, or Sanatana Goswami, who am I? Everybody's calling me, I'm a learned person. He was this huge man in the government. When he approached his guru, I don't know anything. You know, all I know is that I need your help to escape this cycle of birth and death. Please instruct me. That's Diksha. That when one has that conviction, and it sounds like this lady has that conviction, I would suggest that she, and you know, and one of the problems and the difficulties is that sometimes nowadays these gurus have thousands of disciples, right? What I would suggest is try to get some time with that guru, even if it's 10 minutes, you know, and explain your situation. Say, I have faith in you. You've inspired bhakti within my heart. You know, by hearing from you, you've changed my life, and you've given me the conviction that the path of bhakti, following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya, that's the path that I want. That's what I want to make my life. And I know to be initiated by you, I need to chant 16 rounds every day, and I've been struggling to do that. I've been feeling guilty about it. Can I have your shelter even if I'm not chanting 16 rounds? You know, I want, at least not right now, you know, can I gradually build up to that? But can you still be my guru? Can I still be your disciple? You know, even though I haven't been given the name and haven't been given, you know, gone through the ceremony, can we have that connection? I would just ask, and my guess would be that the guru would say, yes, you know, I accept you as a disciple, and I'll train you in this. and let's work our way up. It may take 11 years. If it takes 11 years, that's okay. It may take more.
We got to be
let's-
okay with 11 years.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, right. But you've got the shelter of the guru. That's the real initiation.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's the real initiation. So don't feel guilt. You know, I mean, a little. There's such a thing as like a little healthy guilt, or a little healthy kind of lamentation in the heart. I wish I could. I wish I could. You know, I need to do better. If it's making you want to do better, that's good. If it's making you think I'll never be able to do this, now it's working against you. We got to snuff that out. We got to snuff that out. That's not helping anyone. You know, you won't please yourself. Your guru won't be pleased with that attitude either. You know, so see if you can have that conversation. See if you can explain yourself clearly. That I want your shelter. I can't chant 16 rounds now. I've been trying for over a year. It's been really hard, but I want your shelter. I really sincerely am seeking your guidance. Please help me, and see what happens then.
Good answer.
And don't worry about the social stuff. Oh, I'm in a group of people and everybody's initiated. They all got
Everyone's
their
got a
name, and I
name.
don't. Yeah.
Mara wants a name.
All of that stuff, you just have to, that should roll off your back like water off the back of a well-oiled duck.
Or have your bride just private message me. I'll give her a name if that's what she wants. I'm
We're
handing
not going to
out
be her
names.
guru.
$40. $40 a name. You get a name. Uda, you want one? Okay. You're Eudasteer. How about that?
You've already nicknamed plenty of people without the $40.
Kitsuna.
Her name is Yudhishthira. Raghunath just likes giving the name.
Yeah.
Why'd you have more kids?
I need more. Oh, Krishna.
Okay.
Anyway, a very sincere question.
Yeah. We wish you the best, and let us know how it goes. Right back.
Yeah. All right. Next question. This is from Sophia. Sophia via email. That's a popular name now, Sophia.
Is it?
It
Sophia's
is.
Choice?
It's back. It's back. It was like in I think the 30s or something. It was big, and then it's had
now
a,
it's
it's
making a
a
comeback?
renaissance. Yeah. Hello, wonderful souls. My name is Sophia,
Hello, Sophia.
and I'm one of the others. There again, there's that word, the other. They're out there that we don't know that they're there, but they're there. I'm one of the others who started listening to your podcast probably around September 2022.
Okay.
All right. It was 2 years ago, and made sure to listen to every single episode. Believe me, that was a full-time job.
Okay.
That's impressive.
You need to get a job like in a toll booth or something where you could just.
That'll do it.
Yeah. I don't think they have toll booth attendants anymore.
No, they don't.
It's mostly
Nowhere?
electronic now.
The world's just moving too fast. There's
I mean,
What's the
around us,
equivalent?
it's all like
it's
Yeah.
electronic around.
There's got to be some equivalent
warehouse
job out there.
jobs, I think, are good for listening to
Warehouse?
podcasts.
warehouse
like
jobs.
late the
They don't
night
have toll
shift.
booths, but they have warehouses a lot. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Amazon, perhaps.
Oh yeah, or driving a taxi, an Uber or a Lyft. Anyway, so congratulations for catching up. I have been an immigrant. I think they mean immigrant. They wrote
Emigrant?
Immigrant. It's an immigrant, right, with an I.
Well, is an immigrant someone that leaves their country?
I think an immigrant. Can you Google that up? What kind of word nerd am I?
Yeah.
I've been an immigrant for 10 years.
Perfunctory.
To leave one's place of residence or country to live elsewhere.
So they're both an
somebody
immigrant,
might have
and any
emigrated.
immigrant is an immigrant, and any immigrant is an
Exactly.
immigrant.
Exactly.
Okay. I found Bhakti when COVID started, mostly because I started listening to John B. Harrison's music,
Nice.
which led to visiting the Bhakti Center to
Nice.
go through a magical life-changing experience while meditating on the holy names.
Nice.
Thank you, COVID.
Thank you,
right?
holy
Sometimes
name.
you got to get dark
Thank you,
before
Genevieve. Thank you,
something
Bhakti
can
Center.
grow out of it. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Things have to burn
Genevieve,
down.
I remember during COVID, she was doing kirtan every night.
Oh, you know this person, Sophia.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
John B. Harrison. Okay.
I'm saying
No.
during COVID, Genevieve was every day she was broadcasting kirtan from her home in England.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
COVID, what a nightmare that was. Jesus.
What are you saying? I can't even hear you.
It was a material nightmare,
Okay,
but some beautiful things sprouted out of it.
that's right.
Anyway, after that, there was no doubt in my mind that I was meant to be on this path.
That's what I'm talking about right there. There's no doubt. This is
Conviction.
what, yeah, that conviction. Oh no, did Ragnar freeze up? Ah, Oh, you're back. You're back. Okay. Hang
That
in there.
conviction, right?
That conviction, yeah.
Krishna is mine.
Well,
That
no,
conviction.
not exactly that. No, Krishna is not mine. That's the problem. I want
Krishna
Krishna
is
to be.
mine.
That's not the mood of our Goswamis, Raghunath. That's, where is Krishna?
He's mine. He's my Lord.
Hey, Radhe, Brajadevi, Ke Chalalite. Where's Krishna? Where are the gopis?
Miro Radhar Giridhari Giridhari Sam Vanamali.
That's not the no, that's not the one you're meant to sing right now. You should sing that other one you sing all the time.
Mira Bhakti
Yeah, that's
Hari
no. No, what's the one you sing? Krishna's mine.
Oh, Govinda Miro Hey,
Yeah,
Gopala
that's the
Miro
one.
Hey.
It's not from our Sampradaya right there. Man.
Sometimes you gotta a little bit from different places.
Okay. All right. Let's hear what she has to say.
Lord Krishna blessed us, me and my hubby, with a baby girl after recurring miscarriages.
Oh, good. Good for you.
You're blessed. We feel immensely blessed and grateful for our ray of sunshine. However, the time has come where we find that we need to move back to Portugal. Beautiful country.
It's a long story.
Story, which leads to my question. When asked what I will miss about America, I always say association.
Association with devotees.
Association, if you're new to this club, association means hanging out with devotees on a regular basis.
Right? What do
When
they
asked-
say in Italian for association, Raghunath?
What do they say in Italian?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Compagnia.
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 Good.
I was watching a class by Matcha Avatar Prabhu
Yeah.
when I was
keep
at Villa
going.
Vrindavan once.
Go on.
And it was in Italian, so I couldn't understand any of it. Yeah.
Go on. Tell me more
And
about this, please.
but I just kept hearing the word compagnia, and I said, I think that means association with devotees. I think that's what he's talking about. Okay, compagnia. That's what she wants. That's what she's gonna miss.
She's going to miss the association of hanging out with the devotees. Yeah. And Bhakti Center has such a nice community. Unfortunately, there's only 2 ISKCON Hare Krishna temples in Portugal, and they're actually pretty far from where I live. So my question
I
is,
know exactly what Raghunath's gonna say.
how can I make sure to keep myself on the path? And how will I teach my daughter?
Okay.
Her name is Soleil Krishna.
Oh, I like that. I don't know what Soleil means, but I
Like the
like
sun.
Oh,
Okay.
right, the Krishna sun. Love
The
it, Krishna
sun.
Surya.
That's a good name. And I really want her to know how that name came to be for her. I want her to be able to attend kirtan or to visit other devotees.
Yeah.
And it's looking so hard over there. I just want to keep this feeling alive in me. And I don't want to be busy with work life and no association that I end up losing all I have gained. I know there's no magic recipe. When one wants, one will get it. I just want to make sure I nurture this love. I appreciate your wisdom. Thank you so much for making my days brighter. Aww. I will definitely keep listening to the podcast. That's for sure. Radhe, Radhe. All right. What a sweet question, Sophia. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Not at all. I think
Um,
I know what you'll say, though. I know what you'll say.
You know. All right. I'm going to say it, and you're going to say. You can tell me if
Yeah.
you
Make
knew
the
that I was gonna
temple,
say
make
it.
your house the temple.
Make your house the temple. Damn it.
Okay.
Stop leaning into everybody else to do all the work for you. Don't leave it up to the ISKCON temple. Make your own temple in your home. That's one thing you can do. Here's another thing a lot of devotees who have kids do. They leave their home and go to a place where there's a bunch of devotee kids. People do that all the time when they're very serious about bhakti. I want to raise my kid. I mean, my teenager, whom I love, and I love his company, we thought it would be better for him to go to school in Alachua, even though he's not with us. He lives with a devotee family. They love him. They take care of him. They've got teenage kids too. And he's got tons of Krishna friends.
Why not just take Sole Krishna
And send her to a
send her
luncheon.
to they say send her to Super Soul Farm.
I'll take care of her.
There you go.
I'll teach her the Mahabharata. I've got little Krishna dolls for her to play with. I'll have her learn shlokas. I'm serious.
Maybe give her a new name. That's possible.
Nah, she's got a good name. We'll keep her
Okay,
name.
let's do the name.
You can just come stay with us. Mara's like, he's always inviting people to live with us. And it's really true, though. We're going to have to raise our kids like devotee and encourage other people to become devotees, or we're going to have to find a community. Or else what's going to happen is you might raise a very nice girl who has no attachment to Krishna. She gets good grades. She might be a good daughter. But we want, especially when they get older too, especially when they get older, when they're teenagers, it's all about friends. You know, you can remember when you were a kid, it's all about, you just want to hang out with your friends. You don't even interested in the parents. When you're little, it's all about your parents. Oh, dad. Oh, mom. And then all of a sudden parents become secondary. It's all about my friends. If those friends are devotees, they will have lifelong friends and lifelong devotee friends. I know my kids, they do these bus tours. There's a bus tour going into Europe right now this summer. It builds lasting relationships.
It does.
That last. And
No doubt.
and it happened to my son. So we're sort of, we don't have that many devotees up here. There were kids, my kids' age, only a few. But I made a sure since they had summer camps to always send them on Krishna summer camps. And they still got these same friends from like 10 years old.
What about, I like this idea. I think it's Maya putting it up there on the chat board. What about Super Soul Summer Camp for kids?
Totally into it.
Make it happen,
Totally
Captain.
into it. Sophia, get serious. Get serious. Make it. You can do it here. Summer camp.
She's going to Portugal.
You're going to Portugal. Okay, but I'm just saying we did one last week with a bunch of teenage boys.
Everybody's begging for it now, Raghunath.
Last year. We did one last year for a bunch of teenage
Ananda
boys.
Leela. It could be like for a whole month or 2 months.
Well, why don't we just do it at your apartment for 2
Or
months?
2 weeks, maybe.
Maybe 2 days.
He's just inviting.
We can make it a
summer
weekend
camp
thing.
for 2 months at our house.
Mayor's like, shut up, Kastuba. Shut up. Everybody's making me make burritos, vegan meatballs all day.
More burritos, Mara. Who's the others?
Krishna.
Mara, Maya, and there was one more M.
Mallory.
Oh, Mara, Maya, and Mallory. We're all here at once.
That's a good team. That's a powerhouse team. That's a
Mallory's
maha.
back in town, actually. I think she's going to stop by.
Oh, Mallory's back in town. Okay. I
Yeah.
hope that's what I have to say. Make your
I
house a
think that-
temple, or you move to a temple, near a temple. Sometimes people like doing that.
Sounds like she can't do that, though. It sounds like circumstance aren't allowing that. Well, I'll add to that, Raghunath. Okay.
Please, embellish.
So I think the way the world generally works is we get caught up in these waves of the material energy, and we have an intention that I want to be Krishna consciousness, I want to dedicate time, but the time just goes by. I think because you're in this somewhat vulnerable position where you can't just easily run over to the Bhakti Center on a regular basis, you've got to be really intentional now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to get out a calendar. And you need to plan your year out, how you're going to regularly get that Sangha, how you're going to get that association. You need to write it right down in the calendar and follow it, right? Like, look, here's a whole month coming up,
Yeah.
month of June. Where am I going to get that Sangha? Oh, maybe I need to travel over there to get it. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, there's a holiday coming up in this day. I'm going to make sure I spend that weekend at this place over there, Villa Vrindavan, maybe, right? If you're in Europe or something like that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take a trip, for Janmashtami. I'm going to go to the Bhaktivedanta Manor, and on this weekend, I'm going to go to the temple in Portugal. It's far away, but I'm going to go ahead and drive that time and make connections there. And I would, and then I'm going to go and spend time, in India, on one of the retreats that Wisdom of the Sages does. I'm going to set aside time. I'm going to take that. That's going to be my vacation, right? I'm going to bring little, what is it again? Soli Krishna.
Soleil Krishna.
Soleil Krishna. And bring
This
little
is what
Soleil
Mukunda
Krishna.
Kishore is doing this with his kids. He's going to Italy. It's like, these are like fathers and mothers thinking. Gopal Nandini said on the message board, we've moved multiple times to facilitate our kids' association. Mukunda
Yeah.
Kishore, he doesn't live right there in the community of devotees. He lives out on a farm outside of San Diego. He's thinking, okay, family, vacation, but the backdrop is all a bunch of devotees that we're cool with and that are cool. It's kid friendly, and it's Italy. So That's why I'm bringing my kids to Italy too. It's
You
all,
see?
on paper, it sounds like, hey, we're all going to Italy. And I'm telling my kids, yeah, we're all going to Italy, but you gotta
Okay,
go to our
you're
morning
not
program.
going
You
to
gotta
do
go to our
those.
morning program. You gotta go to the morning program. You gotta participate in the kirtan.
They're
You know
like,
what I
okay.
mean? And you sort of and you make
And
it
they've learned to
fun.
like that. They're
And and so start young, start early with them, make it fun. Try to have other kids around. Actually, the message board is lighting up, and
It's
I
lighting
just
up.
wanted to put it out there for any qualified parent or teacher who wants to do something like this, or any kids. I'm totally into Super Soul Farm doing stuff like this. I love kids, love camps.
Mary's
Love it.
like, yeah,
Camp changed
2
my life,
weeks.
and I
2
wasn't even a
weeks.
devotee. I had Boy Scouts. Boy Scout camp was great. It was like one of the best times of my life.
You see, Mara's like picturing, oh my God, the work's never going to end. Raghunath's picturing, I'm walking through Super Soul Farm like Jesus, and the children are all around me.
There's a lamb, a bunch of little children. I got a snake around my neck, a little like Lord Shiva.
All the little children are running up and pulling on his, saying, "Oh, it's
Pulling on
Raghu,
my
it's Raghu,"
devotee.
and he's like, "Bless you,
Raghunath.
little one."
He's just go with us and go
Throwing out little
plant
naughties
forage.
to all the kids.
handing out glove jammins. Why the kids have high blood sugar all the time? Raghunath's giving them glove jammins again.
But you know, in all seriousness, I think if you approach your sangha with that level of intentionality, you may get more out of it than someone that has like the sangha right there all the time but takes it for granted. Because when you go for that weekend, or when you go for that special day, or when you go for that week in India or two or whatever, you've been waiting for it, you've been anticipating it, you're going into it saying, I want to get the most out of this. You're going in with genuine appreciation. You're appreciating it maybe more than the others are appreciating that have it all the time. And you really, you know, we see it all the time, Raghunath, right? Someone comes to one of our retreats in India, and what happens in a couple weeks equals years of practicing. You know, it's what happens internally for them. It's like a really increased rate of connection, you know.
Sure.
And so you can find it, and also, of course, you know, you're going to have to take advantage of what's online, and you're fortunate in these days. You know, pre-COVID, what to speak of, you know, if you go back decades, this kind of stuff wasn't available. Post-COVID, there's a lot of great sangha online. So take it online when you can get it. Be very intentional. Don't let the time slip away. Write it down in your calendar and follow it, and you'll get a lot of good sangha, I think, and you'll do great.
I'm ready to do a summer camp every year.
There we go.
Like a little kids one and then a big kids one. Teenagers.
Okay.
Udi, you and Rocco are in charge. Okay.
And I'll be the Jesus.
And then we're gonna have like the bad kids, the bad teenager camp, and Jiva
Oh.
G's in charge of that one.
And they
It's
got
like Scared Straight.
they got to stay in the airstream.
No way. They're camping out under the stars.
All right.
And Jiva G is gonna have them like doing like a tree to tree, like really dangerous things to create like bonding amongst them instead of like inner city crime. That would be good. A Scared Straight type of thing.
Scared straight. Getting right in their face.
Like, who do you think you are?
You think you don't need Krishna? That's the
You
way
don't
I
think you-
thought too. And
you
look at
think
me
you don't
now.
You think you don't need kirtan? I've been living on the streets. I'll
You're gonna
tell you
li-
about kirtan.
You're gonna be like me if you're not careful.
Look at these tattoos. Takes off her shirt. You want to end up like this? Yeah, I do. Okay, it backfired.
Oh, Krishna.
Scared
All right.
Straight.
We got 10 minutes. We take one more?
Yeah, you know, you got a problem, kid. You send them to Jiva, the Jiva summer camp. I'd go to that. I want Jiva shouting at me for freaking 20 minutes in my face. You're not going to chant 60 rounds. You mix up the wrong people. Sophia, this is Jiva. You're not chanting 60 rounds. You have appreciation. Don't you understand that you could die at any moment? You chant that right now, Muncher. You're not chanting 60 rounds, girl.
Give us that pride. Okay. All right. We're going to one more question. Let's do it.
Really? Okay.
We got 10 minutes.
Ryan
We
wants
got
to go to
9
Jiva
minutes.
summer camp.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Narayani looks sort of like she could be as tough as Jiva, Jiva, but Narayani's nice.
Less
Jiva's
tattoos.
mean.
Right, what is-
She's not mean. She's just intimidating. I love Jiva, but I'm intimidated by her. Okay, she.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
meeting all my old hardcore friends yesterday. They were all out there in the
You
park.
were?
Yeah.
Who? Squirrel boy.
John Watson, Keshwar, Eric Casanova, Krishna Mike, Madhu Mangal.
Ah,
Everybody, all the old school guys are out.
great.
We're hanging out. It was nice. It's nice to the guys you hung out with 40 years ago. What are you trying to say with that squirrel? Hello,
Just-
meet my squirrel.
All right, let's get one more question before you go off on some more tangents.
Yeah.
This is from Achuta. Achuta from the UK, right?
Yep.
Achuta.
He's a regular Zoomer. Now he's a Sweet Baby Krishna regular as well.
Nice.
When something when something is offered to him, the offering.
So he's quoting from something that you know where I got this question was? I actually took it from the chat board from sometime, I think it was this week, when we're hearing this description in Bhagavatam where Prahlad was saying that when you offer to God, it's like you don't lose anything, actually you gain. So it was like saying when you decorate your own face in the mirror, you know, when you decorate your own face, your face in the mirror also is decorated. That's the context. Go ahead, read it now.
When something is offered to him, the Lord, the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of the devotee. To give an example, if one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face in a mirror is also seen to be decorated.
Okay. So in the analogy, the reflection represents the devotee, and the real person that's being decorated, looking into the mirror, represents God, right? And so when the real face is decorated, the face in the reflection is automatically decorated too. You can't decorate a face that's looking into a mirror without the reflection also being decorated. Get just as decorated.
There's got to be a connection between the self
Excuse me?
and God.
Yes, and well, but here's the idea that we move through this world with a strategy. I need to collect things for myself to be happy.
Right.
External
That's the equivalent of decorating the mirror. Imagine I
Exactly.
put a lipstick on the mirror
When
version
you-
of Raghunath.
And when you decorate them,
For some reason.
the mirror image, the real image doesn't get decorated at all.
Right.
But when you decorate the real image, the one in the mirror is also decorated. So when
It's
we
like
offer,
serving the ego.
yes,
There's no benefit for anybody.
nothing. Yeah.
We're
So
in ourselves.
yeah. So when we offer something to God, we don't become the material calculation is we just lost it. But the spiritual calculation is no. Whatever we're offering is coming right back. It's like we're benefiting from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
actually
Stuba-
the only lasting benefit, right? It's the only lasting benefit. So offer everything to God, and you won't miss a thing like that. I think that's the way we could understand it. Does it make sense to you, Raghunath?
That's beautiful sense, my friend. Beautiful
right.
sense. What a
Thank you.
beautiful day it's been.
It sure has. And it's just getting started.
It's just starting. Great Saturday is going to be.
How exciting.
Lots of gardening to do today.
Mm.
All right, so I'm going to see some people in Detroit tomorrow, and some people at the Ypsilanti Temple.
Flying out today?
And looking forward to it. Tomorrow's Ekadasi. Looking forward to that.
No show tomorrow.
Yeah, if you didn't get my book, time to get Punk to Monk. Give it to a friend. Buy it for a friend. Henry bought 40 copies. Has anybody top that?
Who can top that?
People are buying like 10. I was shooting for double it. Now I'm like, buy 10. Buy a box. There's no reason why Jiva G, Bhakti Recovery, doesn't have 10 copies to give to people.
There's absolutely no reason.
There's no reason for that. Thanks, everybody. Looking forward to seeing everybody at Rath Yatra. That's coming up the first weekend of June 8th.
Bake cookies for it.
Bake cookies for it, no eggs. And offer them to God with love.
And you won't be the loser.
We're going to distribute them, and we're all going to sit at the Wisdom of the Sages table and sing songs together. What do you think about that?
Love
We're
it.
going to march in the parade and sing songs. We'll give more announcements as it happens. And if you like what we're doing, share it with somebody else. Make sure you go to thewisdomofthesages.com and check it out. If you want to know the God honest truth, I did do that during the podcast. And it looks incredible. I'm really, really excited about it.
Very functional.
3 minutes till Sage Group signups.
Hey, 3 minutes to Sage Group signups. Hey,
Everybody's
what
like
time is
fighting.
the Rath Yatra? Rath Yatra is in New York City. It starts at the library or Central Park.
It starts at
It goes down
45th
Fifth
and
Avenue.
5th.
Okay. And it's at like noonish. 11 to noon or something like that.
No.
And I tell you,
What are you
if you've
talking
never
about?
done
It
it,
leaves
you're
at
gonna-
noon. Leaves at noon from 45th and 5th. And then about 2 hours later, it ends up in the park. Washington Square Park.
Yeah, it's like a parade. It's not
is
like
a
a parade. It's like the Lord. It's God's parade. It's really quite wonderful.
I think we need to bring the squirrels to the Rath Yatra.
Squirrel hat. You know what it's like? It's like singing from the bottom of your heart as loud as you can, walking down Fifth Avenue.
And
It's
people like
it's
it,
like
actually.
living a music video. Like you only do stuff like that during like a Michael Jackson video or something where you're just singing in the rain like Fred Astaire, but you're actually doing it in real life. You're actually living what everybody's dreaming to live. You can actually do it.
Live the dream.
Huh? Right, Hootie? Hootie, come here.
Get over here.
Check out Hootie. He's having a good time. He's roughing up
I so love this podcast. I'm so grateful to be. We're changing the world. Hare Krishna.
Have you been to a Rath Yatra before, Udi?
Have you been to Rath Yatra?
I have not.
You're gonna lose your mind.
He's gonna go crazy. New devotees, they go crazy over Rath Yatra,
Oh
right?
my God, my first Rath Yatra, I was like, it's a Christian, it's like a magical Christian experience where you're walking in. Kimmy Carroll, you and your family got to come to Rath Yatra this year. Okay, all right.